Hey, what's going on, people? My name is Terrell Andretti, and I'm the Narc's nemesis. If y'all are watching me on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That helps YouTube's algorithm pick up this content and push it out to more people that need it. Um, Today, I'm going to address something I said in another video where I was saying God placed you or the narcissist in each other's life. A lot of y'all disagree with that statement, and you're entitled to your opinion. The reason why a lot of y'all disagree with that is simply perspective. I'm speaking from somebody who's probably more healed than a lot of you guys are. That's not down talking anybody, but how I look at things is going to be completely different from somebody who is either still in the situation, fresh out of the situation, or hasn't come to a point of acceptance and healing. And it doesn't make you any more or less. That doesn't make me any more or less. The reason I said that God probably placed that narcissist in your life or probably placed you in their life is simply because God knows you have weak boundaries. God knows that you're too nice. God knows that you are gullible. God knows that you have low self-esteem, low confidence. God knows that you don't know your value. He knows that. You might think, oh, I know my value. I'm confident. I'm this. I'm that. No. Because if a lot of us were that confident or had that stronger boundaries, you wouldn't be on this channel. I wouldn't be making these videos. I can admit my boundaries, my confidence, all that shit I just named was way lower when I met the narcissist and while I was dealing with her. This is the thing about change, and this is with anybody. People only change when staying the same becomes more painful than changing. I'm gonna say that again. People only change when staying the same becomes more painful than changing. And I say that meaning most people don't change. Most people stay in a comfort zone. How do you get out of a comfort zone? By being made uncomfortable. How do you break habits? You have to form a new habit, or that habit has to do you a certain amount of damage for you to want to change it. See, you didn't know your boundaries were weak until they were pushed. You didn't know your value until you were devalued. You didn't know you lacked confidence until you seen that you didn't have any. You ever heard of the term destroy and rebuild? Some of y'all had to be completely destroyed so you can fix your boundaries, so you can fix your confidence, so you can fix your self-esteem, because you weren't doing the work, because the work was too hard. But if you're put through enough pain to where you have no choice but to do the work, you do the work. Same thing with dealing with the narcissist. Some of y'all had to be pushed to an edge and a point of no return to leave them. Otherwise, you would have never left. See, God allows certain stuff to happen in your life so you can make the changes. Because a lot of y'all wouldn't make the changes. It's like somebody who's been smoking for 25 years. Why would they quit smoking? As soon as they get cancer, or they got to get something cut off, get something amputated, whatever, that's when they make the change. Drug addicts, when they lose everything, 9 times out of 10, that's when they make the change. When you break up with somebody, when you're no longer around, that's when they notice your value. That's when they notice they need to change. Change is created through pain. Change is created through uncomfortability. That's why a lot of people aren't changing, because they're doing the same shit over and over again. Because there's a constant. Now, when you add pain to the situation, you don't want to go through that anymore, right? So you got to do something different. Something in the brain clicks and say, hey, if I don't want this to happen to me again, I got to do something different. See, when you're in that mess, you don't know what your flaws are. You don't know that you have weak boundaries. God knows you have weak boundaries. And he knows what it'll take for you to change. It's the same thing when you're with somebody. You know they're bad for you, but you can't leave them. God knows you need to leave them. And what he'll do, allow them to hurt you to the point where you have no choice but to let them go. So a lot of y'all are saying, I don't believe God let this happen, or whatever the case is. You allowed that person into your life. You had control. So God had to let you go through the motions so you can fix it. Because he knew what it'll take to fix it. You didn't. Or else you would have made the change. This is a shorter than usual video because my phone is about to die. But y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the content. If y'all want me to dive deeper into this video, I most definitely can. And let's take accountability for what we did and what we didn't do. Another day, another way. You ain't got to listen, but I know you heard me.